Hello everyone, welcome to part 3 of Route 53. This is our agenda. We'll see a few more routing policies which includes weighted round robin, latency based routing, geolocation routing, and then we'll have some demo. Weighted round robin is useful to create an active high availability solution. When you create a weighted round robin routing policy, we can associate multiple resources with the same DNS name and type. Each record set is given a weight and a corresponding set ID. We have two EC2 instances who create two record sets in a single hosted zone with different weights. Internet and Route 53 is there. Connection goes via Route 53 to these EC2 instances. But because of weighted round robin, traffic distribution will be different. First connection will go to the first instance. Second one will go to the same place. But the third one will go to the another instance. Almost 67.67% of the traffic would go to the first instance and remaining 33.33% of traffic would go to instance number 2. The weights combined do not need to be a total of 100 or 10. The weights can be anything. Distribution of traffic is calculated by this formula. Individual weight divided by the total weight. We discussed latency earlier. In latency based routing policy, Route 53 checks latency from origin location to the backend servers and sends traffic only there where latency is lower. If an application is hosted on EC2 instances in multiple regions, user latency can be reduced by serving requests from the region where network latency is lowest. Suppose I have EC2 instances in US and I have EC2 instances in Mumbai, India region. So the users from India can connect to the EC2 instance in Mumbai, and users from US can connect to the EC2 instances which are there in any of the US regions. So all the users will get very low latent network experience. We can create a latency resource record set for EC2 resource in each region that hosts the application. Latency record sets can be created for both ELB and EC2 instances. One important thing is to note is that latency on internet can change over time due to changes in routing or something else. This means that your traffic might be served from different EC2 instances at different times. Suppose you have applications hosted on two instances residing in different locations, one in North Virginia and one in Mumbai. Users from Singapore want to access this application. Latency from Singapore to Mumbai is 4.2 millisecond and from North Virginia it is 6.8 millisecond. If users want to access this website from Singapore, they'll be sent to the EC2 instance in Mumbai. After a few weeks, latency between Mumbai and Singapore increases to 8.4 milliseconds and that of North Virginia reduces to 3.7 milliseconds. Now, requests from users will be directed to EC2 instances in North Virginia region. I cannot show you actual demo of latency based routing policies, but let me show you how you set up latency based routing. I am running two EC2 instances. One is in North Virginia region, USA, and the other one is in Mumbai region, India. We'll set up latency based routing policy now using these two EC2 instances. Go to Route 53, hosted zone. We are using the same domain name awsfoundation.tk. Click on create record set. This is the IP address of the EC2 instance in North Virginia region. And routing policy mentioned latency this time. And the region is US East 1 because this EC2 instance is in US East 1 region. Given unique name to the set ID, if you want, you might want to associate health check depending on your situation, because if you are using active failover, then health check is needed, because if the instance goes down, Route 53 will not route traffic to an unhealthy EC2 instance. As of now, I'll select no, click on create another record set. This is the IP address of the EC2 instance in Mumbai region. The routing policy should be latency based. Give another unique set ID name, and I'll not associate any health check. Click on create. This is how the pages in the EC2 instances look like. EC2 instance in North Virginia region would show R53 INST USA. This instance is in USA. And EC2 instance in Mumbai region would show R53 INST India. This instance is in India. As I am in India, if I type this domain name aws-foundation.tk, it should take me to the EC2 instance in the Mumbai region. Let's see if it really does so. So if you see, I have been taken to the EC2 instance which is residing in India. No way I can reach the EC2 instance which is there in North Virginia region. If you are sitting in USA and if you use this domain name, your traffic would be taken to the EC2 instance which is in North Virginia region. Do not try, because by the time you try it, I might have removed the hosted zone and stopped the EC2 instance. That's how latency based routing policy works. Traffic from users would be taken to the EC2 instance wherein the latency is lowest. In this case, as I'm sitting in India, the traffic from my browser was taken to the EC2 instance which is there in Mumbai. Then we have geolocation based routing. It can be used to send traffic to resources based on geographical locations of the users. For example, all queries from Europe can be routed to the IP address 10.20.30.40, or all queries from India can be routed to a different IP address. Geolocation works by mapping IP address irrespective of regions to locations. So we have a mapping of IP address and user locations. We have this EC2 instances in North Virginia region in US East 1B AZ with an IP address of 10.20.30.40, and another one in the same region but on a different AZ, an IP address of 100.50.25.10. We have customers from UK and Japan. We can set up Route 53 using geolocation routing in such a way that traffic from UK would always go to this EC2 instance and traffic from Japan would always go to the other EC2 instance irrespective of their location. So this is what geolocation routing is. You route traffic based on the geographical location of your users. Now where the traffic is routed to, it can be any of the EC2 instances. And the EC2 instances does not necessarily have to be in the region of the users. Now we'll see how geolocation routing policy works. I'm sitting in India. I'm using the same EC2 instance which has been launched in North Virginia region. I'll create a routing policy wherein any traffic from India would be routed to this EC2 instance, even though this EC2 instance is in North Virginia region, USA. I'll also create another routing policy wherein I'll say that any traffic from USA should go to EC2 instance which is there in Mumbai, India region. There's no reason for doing this, I just wanted to show you how geolocation routing policy works. Click on create record set. This is the IP address of the EC2 instance in North Virginia region. Select routing policy as geolocation and here choose a location. This is the location of the user or the location where the queries are supposed to be originated from. I'll say India. Give an unique name to the set ID. Click on create. I'll create another record set. This is the public IP address of the EC2 instance which is there in Mumbai, India region, and the routing policy will be geolocation. And then I'll choose a location. I have chosen the location as North America. That means any traffic originating from North America should be routed to the EC2 instance, which is sitting in Mumbai, India region. Click on create. Even though I'm in India, any traffic from my browser should take me to the EC2 instance, which is in North Virginia region because of geolocation routing policy. Not only my browser, any user from India would be taken to the EC2 instance which is there in North Virginia region, like this. So I have been routed to the EC2 instance which is there in USA. In the previous case, when I used latency based routing policy, traffic from my browser was taken to the EC2 instance sitting in Mumbai region. This time around, because the routing policy has been changed, it is taking me to the other EC2 instance. We have always talked about DNS failover without mentioning it. So what is this? When multiple servers perform same operation, we can use Route 53 health checks to set up failover scenarios. As usual, record sets are created for each resource and Route 53 sends traffic only to healthy resource record sets. We have already seen active passive failover. This is our setup with one primary and one secondary instance. Both instances are healthy, but traffic would always go to the primary instance until it becomes unhealthy. Then traffic would be routed to the standby or secondary instance. When primary instance is up and running again, traffic would be routed back to the healthy primary instance. Then we have active failover. This is our setup and we are using latency or weighted round robin routing policy. Both instances are healthy, but if one goes down, all traffic would be routed to the healthy one. When it becomes healthy, traffic will come back to this EC2 instance. Thanks for watching.